Discover the jaw-dropping truth behind China's massive $760 million project to dominate Jamaica's north-south highway and why it may have far-reaching consequences for the island nation's future. Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we bring you the latest news and insights from around the world. In today's video, we uncover the truth behind China's massive $760 million project to build a north-south highway in Jamaica, a move that has sparked controversy and raised concerns about the island nation's future. Join us as we delve deep into the details, expose the shocking facts, and explore the potential consequences of this ambitious infrastructure project. Buckle up, because this is a story you won't want to miss at all. China continues to spend heavily on global infrastructure, and their most recent project is to build a $760 million north-south highway in Jamaica. The ambitious project seeks to build a seamless link between Kingston, the nation's capital, and Ocho Rios, a popular tourist destination in the north, with the potential to increase trade and transit in the area. Despite the anticipated advantages, there has been criticism of the project, with many voicing worries about potential environmental harm and debt consequences for the Jamaican government. The Jamaican government proposed the North-South Highway project in 2012, in collaboration with China Harbour Engineering Company, or CHC, a subsidiary of China Communications Construction Company, or CCCC. The goal of this ambitious public-private cooperation is to construct a 66-kilometer toll road that will reduce travel time between Kingston and Ocho Rios from 2 hours to 45 minutes. This game-changing highway promises to revolutionize regional transportation and trade, as well as provide a much-needed boost to Jamaica's tourist industry, which is a major contributor to the island nation's economy. Not only that, but it is expected to reduce traffic congestion and improve safety on the present two-lane route between Kingston and Ocho Rios. With such broad implications, it's no wonder that this initiative has received considerable support and excitement. The Chinese government's $760 million investment in Jamaica's North-South Highway project is being criticized for potential environmental harm and debt repercussions. Critics predict disastrous outcomes, and with money from China's Export-Import Bank, the stakes are high. Before we proceed further and check the diversified impact of this multi-million-dollar highway project, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button below to stay updated with the latest videos on such exciting projects. Now let's continue. The North-South Highway in Jamaica is a project that has been in the works since 2014, with the first section of the highway already completed in 2016, connecting Kingston to Spanish Town. Now, with construction underway on the second section, which will link Spanish Town to Ocho Rios, the project is set to take the island nation's infrastructure to the next level, with an expected completion date of 2023. Despite tremendous progress on the project, there have been a number of disputes and failures that cannot be overlooked. One of the most serious difficulties was the Jamaican government's management of the project in 2018, which was highly criticized for its lack of openness and suspicions of corruption throughout the bidding process. Critics claim that this generated fundamental doubts about the government's commitment to ensuring that the initiative was carried out ethically and in the best interests of the people. Moreover, many people were outraged by the government's decision to award CHC a 50-year concession on tolls. Some saw this as an unfair gift to the Chinese corporation and a squandered chance for Jamaica to get a better bargain. Concerns have also been raised about the project's environmental impact, particularly on the island's rainforests and water supplies. Environmental organizations have expressed concern about the project's possible impact on the island's wildlife and on local populations. Furthermore, the project's debt implications for the Jamaican government captured the interest of many observers. The project is being funded by a loan from the Export-Import Bank of China, and some experts are concerned about the high interest rates and the likelihood of future debt trouble. This debt load might have a long-term impact on Jamaica's financial stability. Thus, the government must take efforts to guarantee that the project's financial consequences are constantly monitored and controlled. Amidst mounting concerns, the Jamaican government is standing firm in its conviction that the China-funded North-South Highway project is a critical investment for the country's long-term infrastructure and economic development. Citing the potential for job creation and a boost to the vital tourism sector, the government is resolute in its commitment to seeing this project through to completion. Environmental groups have expressed worry about the North-South Highway project's possible impact on Jamaica's delicate ecosystems. Many rare and endangered species live in the protected rainforest that will be cut through, and environmentalists are concerned that deforestation, soil erosion, and habitat damage may threaten their existence. Concerns have also been expressed about the impact on Jamaica's water supplies, as the island's water supply is already stressed. The highway's development may worsen these issues by interrupting watersheds and generating water contamination. Environmental organizations have encouraged the Jamaican government to perform a thorough environmental impact assessment of the project and to take adequate measures to mitigate any negative environmental repercussions. Critics of the project have voiced worry about the Jamaican government's possible debt consequences. The project is being funded by a loan from the Export-Import Bank of China, and there are concerns about high interest rates and potential financial difficulties. Some have also criticized the Jamaican government of depending too heavily on Chinese investment and putting the country's financial future at risk by incurring significant debt. Despite this criticism, Jamaica's government has justified the project as an important investment in the country's infrastructure and economy. Supporters of the project argue that it will increase jobs, encourage economic growth, and improve transportation and trade in the area. They also emphasize the loan's favorable terms, such as cheaper interest rates as compared to rival lenders. While the long-term effects of the North-South Highway project on Jamaica's environment, economy, and financial outlook are unknown, it is clear that China's investment in global infrastructure is expanding and will have a significant impact on the global economic and political climate in the near future. Aside from environmental and debt-related issues, Jamaica's projected North-South Motorway project has important geopolitical implications. It is part of China's enormous Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, a global infrastructure development plan aimed at connecting China to markets and nations across the world. Opponents claim that China's investment in Jamaica and other countries through the BRI is part of a larger strategy to increase its political and economic dominance internationally. They argue that the BRI might lead to economic dependence on China and the spread of Chinese political and social ideals in other countries. Supporters of the BRI argue that the program would promote job creation, economic development, and greater global connection. They emphasize that it is not a method for China to impose its principles or exert control over other countries, but rather a means of encouraging regional stability and economic cooperation. Furthermore, other nations, such as the United States, have invested in infrastructure development in Jamaica and neighboring countries, such as the recent inauguration of a new port facility in Kingston in 2020. The North-South Highway project in Jamaica exemplifies China's expanding engagement in global infrastructure development, as well as the possible benefits and challenges that come with such investments. As the globe grapples with issues such as climate change, economic inequality, and geopolitical conflicts, China's role in creating the future of infrastructure will grow in importance. Collaboration among all stakeholders is critical to ensuring sustainable and transparent infrastructure development that benefits everyone involved. China's investment in infrastructure through the Belt and Road Initiative reflects a worldwide trend towards infrastructure development. In recent years, there has been a growing recognition of the value of infrastructure investment in encouraging economic growth, poverty reduction, and long-term development. Infrastructure investment takes many forms, including roads, trains, ports, airports, and energy facilities, and has a significant influence on economic growth, employment, and social development, as well as environmental and public health. Despite the potential for economic and social progress, infrastructure investment can have a negative impact on the environment. In addition to worsening climate change through higher greenhouse gas emissions, infrastructure projects may result in habitat destruction, deforestation, and other environmental impacts. As a result, it's critical to recognize the need for sustainable and ethical infrastructure investments. In order to do this, environmental impact assessments must be performed, stakeholder engagement must be ensured, and mitigation strategies must be put into place. Both optimism and skepticism have been expressed over China's infrastructure investment under the BRI. The initiative's supporters think it might promote connection and trade between nations, help poorer countries build out their infrastructure, and accelerate economic growth and poverty reduction. Skeptics have voiced concern about the financial commitments for recipient countries, as well as the potential environmental and sociological repercussions of BRI projects. Additionally, they have expressed concern about the fact that several BRI efforts lack transparency and accountability as well as the possibility that these endeavors may just reinforce existing power imbalances. It is essential for all stakeholders to collaborate in order to ensure transparency, sustainability, and accountability as China increases its infrastructure investments around the globe. The goal is to help both the recipient nations and the world community. Governments, civil society organizations, and the commercial sector all need to be actively involved in this partnership. It necessitates constant interaction and contact with the relevant parties, including the local community. In conclusion, the impact of China's infrastructure investments in Jamaica raises several critical questions about the future of global economic development. As viewers, what do you think are the potential long-term consequences of these investments for Jamaica and the wider Caribbean region? Is this type of foreign investment necessary for Jamaica's growth, or are there better alternatives that should be explored? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and stay tuned for more content like this.